Okay. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining LaravelNagpur's July 2024 meetup. My name is Abbas Ali, and I have been hosting LaravelNagpur for more than 4 years now. And shall we wait for a couple more minutes, or shall we begin? What do you all think?
We can wait for 3-4 minutes.
Let's wait for just one more minute and then we'll start. Hopefully more people will join.
Yes.
In the meantime, it will be great if all of you can start your video camera so that we can take a group photograph. Thanks, Ajit. Thanks, Punyapal. Thanks, Utsav. Thanks, Divyesh. Thanks, Karan. Thanks, Abhishek. Thanks, Aisha. Thanks, Amit. Thank you, Purnima. Thank you, Rita. Prathamesh, Manu, Arvind, Vishal, Adesh. Can we please see your good faces, see your beautiful faces? Thank you, madam. Okay, I'll go with this. Let me take a screenshot quickly. Everyone, please say cheese or just give a thumbs up. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Okay, so this month we have Jigar with us, and Jigar has been working in PHP and Laravel for more than 10 years, a decade now, and he's also the organizer for Laravel Pune meetups. So without further ado, I'll hand it over to Jigar. Jigar, please take it over. Thank you.
Thanks, Abbas, for the opportunity and the good introduction, sweet introduction. So yes, I am Jigar Dhulla. Like Abbas said, I have taken plus years of experience into PHP and some around 4-5 years of experience into Laravel. So today we are going to understand the concept of broadcasting in Laravel. And to understand the concept, what I have done is I have created a small demo project with the help. We'll be creating a Kanban board, okay, from scratch. And I hope I will be able to wrap up in an hour at least. I hope that's fine, Abbas.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. So let's see how the live demo goes. I have prepared it for 2-3 times already. So yes.
Sorry, Jigar, I just want to make one announcement. So like every month, this month also we will be having the PHP Storm license giveaway thing at the end of the meetup. So everyone, please stay back till the end of the meetup. Thank you.
All right. So in today's session, we are going to cover Laravel broadcasting. That will be the focus area. There will be many, like I will be writing code. Probably I have prepared a snippet for some of the things which might take some time, but usually there is very less code. Okay. So what you are seeing right now is the actual Kanban board package created by Mokhosh. I will be, I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing the name incorrect, Mokhosh. So I'll be using his package to install the Kanban and Kanban package in the Filament. So this, so why this session in the first place? So I wanted to learn Laravel Reverb, and there are past videos of me on YouTube where I have struggled with Reverb which I did not understand. So I had to first, then I realized I had to first make my concept clear of broadcasting, and then it is very easy to understand Reverb. So that's the story. So I not deep dived, but at least made things work with the help of documentation, obviously, and I played around with this Kanban board which Mukhosh has created, and it is working. So at the end of this uh, session, what we will see is we can move around tasks, and other users who are looking at that same board can see it move in the real time. That will be the end goal. The things, the keywords that we will cover here are WebSocket, broadcasting, event listener, in short, echo pusher, what echo pusher is, and Laravel Reverb, of course. So yeah, and okay, let's begin. So first, let's start with directly with broadcasting introduction. Uh, I'm not assuming that everyone knows here what WebSocket is. So to understand broadcasting, we will first need to understand what WebSocket is. Okay, so with broadcasting, what the expectation here is, like in the example given over here, if a user clicks on an action which imports or exports the CSV, and it takes some time to process that request. So at the end, if you want to notify the user behind the scene, that's where this broadcasting features come into picture, where we can notify user even later, a half an hour later, an hour later, it will send a notification. So that flow is possible with the help of broadcast. This is the summary what is given in the introduction. And behind the scene, what broadcast does is it uses WebSocket. Now, WebSocket in very simple term, the traditional web server that we use, Apache Nginx, it's like we uh, each request that we do, it's a request, literally a request where we request for a page, we request for information. Let's say even if we do a get, it will say that do a get, give me the data. It will then respond with the data to this post. After doing a post request, it will send some response. So that's every time a action is triggered by the client, that is us or the browser, etc. So the communication in traditional or the current web server that we use is one way. With the help of WebSocket, what it is solving is now the communication can also happen from server to client. So with this exact example that I explained, after the CSP is completed, a server can tell to the browser or the client that is connected that okay, this action is completed. So I hope the WebSocket is clear. Okay, uh, just thumbs up or anything would be nice. Yep, thanks Punyapal. All right, so moving on, we directly deep dive into the deep dive. We'll directly start the live demo. I will create a project from scratch. For only for beginning initial thing, I will use this. Then I will be using the PHP Storm itself. So, Laravel, let's say Nagpur. We'll call our project Nagpur. No, or Kanban. Kanban, and it will create the project. We are not using any starter kit because our whole demo will be on Filament. Filament itself has it's built on tall stack already, and we will use its own registration. We will use PHP unit. We are not going to do any kind of testing over here. Not initializing Git repository because I have already created a Git repository. We can start with SQLite, simple. Would you like to run the database default? Yes. Create the SQLite file? Yes. That's it. I think this is done. Then we will open project 1.1. And if I'm stuck, I will be referring to my previous project. All right. All right. The view appearance mode. All right. Now we will install Filament directly. Laravel is installed. Ready? Then what is the ID? So in Filament, it's always all the panel needs some kind of a ID. We are adding a ID admin, that is the default one. I've already started the repo on GitHub. That is done. Hi Naveen. Then Filament is done. Let's see how does our best admin anything. Yep. So we see a admin panel, or we see a login screen already. And panel provider. This is the ID admin that it has added. This is the login screen. Widgets. Next step is to create a user, but we will be directly creating task model in for our case. Make model, because Kanban will be moving around tasks, so we'll need one model. So in this live demo, there will be only one model that we'll use. We need migration for that. We need factory for task. So I will add a flag M for migration, F for factory, and it will create models, factories, and the migration. And create task. So in the task, we need table, we need string title, table, we will need a status, string status. We can have a enum also, that is fine. And lastly, we'll need order, assign integer order, so that moving around this default will be 0, and here default will be pending. All right, and then we will in the We'll also create the enum for status right now itself. Artisan make enum task status. Status. We need strings of is pending, completed, and case in progress. I am the caps guy. Okay. Next is we are done with the this one. Now we will create a factory. Create a factory. We have the title, sentence, then we have status pending, order. We can what was that? Task max of order. This one, I hope this works. All right, then then factory is created. Then also we need to create a seeder. User factory. We need, I will be total creating 3 users. And we'll also create some tasks. PHP artisan migrate seed. So task is created. Yes.
Like you forgot to add a foreign key of user into task, or it is like that only?
Yeah, I haven't. So for this demo, I have not added that, but you can add. Ideally, there should be, but I haven't added that for this demo. It's not related. That's okay, Punyapal?
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Then user is created, password is password. So user 1 example. So this dash, this is created. Now I want to hide the widgets that we are not using. All right.
Jigar, can you
Yes.
speak little bit loud?
So it is low. Is it louder now?
Yeah, little bit.
All right. Thanks, Nepal. All right. Now we will directly, no, before. So if we look at this package, so there was a reason. If we follow the documentation of this project, this package, there was a reason why I have added why I had added these status. Yeah, yeah. I'm also assuming there is a title column, etc. We can change it, but I've kept the default one. So here, because of uh, the package, I have just kept it the same name. Similarly, it expects a status column. So I have already created all of those. Keeping those things in mind, I have created my model. Now we will install this package. Yep. Okay. And the state is also required. So in task status is Kanban status is required. Yep. It's done.
Jigar, sorry to interrupt, but your volume is again down. You may want to bring the mic closer to your mouth, I guess. That's the issue.
Oh. All right. Now is it better?
Yeah, let's continue. Thank you.
It's better, right?
Yeah, a bit better.
All right. Install. No, I have already started. And Filament Kanban has been installed. Now let's follow the steps that it is suggesting. So okay, one more thing that I forgot to add is we also for sorting abilities we'll be using this party eloquent sortable. For that the order column is created. So let's do that quick. So here am I going too fast or is it too slow?
No, I think it is perfect for now.
Okay. So here, so this uh, Sparty packages has a config where we can say what is our order column, etc. This is the app wide config that we are creating. We can also do model wise. Here, I think app wise is good. Sorting when creating true, no timestamps true. Yeah, this is good. Now going back to, so we don't have to do anything else in the eloquent sortable thing because it is the package of Kanban that is using sortable. It should take care of everything. Then we will create a Kanban board. Task, we will name it task Kanban board. This is the task Kanban mode. And then as suggested in the documentation, we need to map it model, map the our model to this model property and also the status enum that we created. Model task status, and we need to obviously register it. Then I think it's already registered. Yep. So the tasks that we see are over here. They're already, the one we created from the seeders are listed over here. Add status to label property. What I prefer doing is, so what that means is in our task model, there is we need to add all the properties, that that we can mass assign it. So we label, and then we can add all the properties like this: title, status, order. This is done. Yep. So the state is being maintained. Right. So this part is done. Any questions so far? Was it too quick till here, or should I explain anything? Any thumbs up, thumbs down? All right. I'm assuming everything was good. Thanks, Punyapal. All right. Yeah, before we start with broadcasting, I will just change the titles of those tasks. Take function title. Yep, this is because of the is Kanban status. This get title method is exposed in is Kanban status, which the package is using. All right. So let's start with broadcasting. So here, high level broadcast, if we have to start broadcasting, we need to keep two things in mind. One is the server side installation, and one is the client side installation. Basically, one is for server side, one is for client side, meaning the Laravel Reverb pusher. So all these are server side things which are responsible for sending a message, sending the message to the channels. So when we start these servers, so let's say for example, Laravel Reverb is a dedicated separate package, is a standalone project. Okay, when there is a command to start it, obviously we will all see that. So when we start it, it then accepts all the request. So it will create it will then forward, the clients can subscribe to the channels, and servers or anyone can send data to those channels, and whoever has subscribed can listen to it. So this model, this flow works like that. So with the example, I think I will be able to properly explain. But so for server side, we have Reverb, Pusher, Ably. I have no idea about Pusher, Ably. I have worked only with Laravel Reverb, but I'm assuming things would be very similar. In fact, it's just a driver change and some config change, and things would work similarly for even for Pusher and Ably. So for this case, we will use Laravel Reverb, this demo. We will do the broadcasting, install the broadcasting. Would you like to install Laravel Reverb? Yes. Would you like install and build the node dependencies required for broadcasting? Yes. So this will take care of also installing the echo and pusher. In simple terms, whatever the client does by subscribing to the channel. That happens via echo, and pusher JS is a protocol. So initially, even I was confused between the pusher server and pusher JS. So I am assuming it's the package is by the pusher itself, but pusher JS is a medium through which the subscription through which the user client can subscribe to a channel. So that is what is being used behind the scene even by Reverb. So that's why the pusher JS package is installed because of Reverb. We look at package JSON, this pusher JS and Laravel Echo is installed. Now we will see env. So here, this initially, if we don't install Reverb, if we keep it plain, by default broadcasting is disabled and this value is null. We change that to Reverb. So for this broadcasting functionality, you need what we are informing our application that use Reverb. And then in queue connection, we will, for now, we will change it to sync. So I will explain why, because how for now I will explain in short, but when I do it, probably you will understand it much better. So broadcasting works hand in hand with event and listeners. So when the application triggers an event, it has a functionality to broadcast as well. So event can be broadcasted as well. So by default, uh, it is sent to the queue. If we do should broadcast, if we implement that, it is by default sent to the queue. Here we have now set it as sync, like that. So sync meaning it will, like any PHP application, it will run synchronously and it won't go behind the scene. Otherwise, in this demo, we will have to also manage the queue, like queue listen, PHP artisan queue listen, etc., which we don't have to worry about now. I'm still audible, right?
Yes.
All right. Then this is done. We'll take a look at the config filament. We did not publish filament. Okay. So in this, if we take a look at this, so after enabling the broadcast functionality in Laravel, we have to also make some config changes inside the filament. This is what it is talking about. By default, they have disabled it, so we will enable it. So I have published the filament config. So now it is in our control. Here we can see the echo was disabled. The echo configuration was disabled. So here we change it to reverb, and okay, I have a ready snippet ready with me. We'll use that. So what I'm doing is, by default, all the configurations were of pusher. I've simply changed it to the reverb config. So when we did a broadcast install and that installed a reverb, what happened behind the scene was also all these configs were created, all these environment variables were created. These were generated randomly. All right. So this is, so Now, what to explain in a simple terms, the client, so our browser needs to connect to the WebSocket server, which is our Reverb server. For that, it needs some kind of a mechanism, some kind of code. So that code is nothing but echo. Behind the scene, echo uses pusher.js. We don't care about that. In this demo also, you will see that I am not using any code for pusher. So we use echo. So echo, we have to configure echo in such a way that you connect to this Reverb server, which we are managing. We ourselves are managing. So that's why what we see in the Filament is the echo configuration of which Reverb server we need to connect to, at which port, etc. WS means the WebSocket. Over here, this is WebSocket secure. So yeah, all right. This is done. Now I think we are good. Let me start the server.
Artisan.
Yes, thanks. All right. So server started. Now we can, in the when the broadcasting is also installed, we see a default channel being created where the user authentication is happening. So let's see if we have some indication that the Reverb was connected. So in the network console, we should see that. So here we can see the WebSocket connection was made. This is the private channel that user has subscribed to. I, as a user one, have subscribed to the WebSocket server. That's what this is acknowledging, that yes, I am subscribing it, and it has acknowledged that subscription has succeeded. So we'll see in future, obviously in this demo, how the example of a private channel. So in just to give some idea, if someone sends a message to a private channel called app model user one, it will read, and if it has code to actually process that data, then it will process the data. All right, this is working. Now we'll look at, so in broadcasting we get three types of channels. One is public channel, private channel, and a presence channel. In public, we don't need to define the channel, so it is literally public. We simply listen to the public channels. If someone sends that data to the public channel, we listen to it, we process it. So first example, what I will do here is, we will take a look at, if we move it, so this should also uh, reflect to the other user who is listening on the public channel. Let's do that. So for that, task Kanban code, then public function. We have on status change method already exposed by the package. So package exposes on status change and on sort change. So if a status is changed, this method is triggered, and we can then trigger an event from here. So we will trigger a event from here. So before that, we have to create actually an event. PHP artisan make event. I'm creating a generic event. I will let you know soon, like why I'm creating a generic event. Task change, and someone can probably even raise a pull request to Laravel saying that we need a flag. So currently this flag doesn't exist. Task change event, and if we supply that tag, it should add this flag, should broadcast, because we need a broadcast report. By default it has populated this broadcast on. We will change that to channel. So whenever this event is triggered, we want to send message to a public channel called task change. All right. So going back to our task Kanban board, on status change, we will do parent on status change, all the this, and then trigger task change event dispatch. Okay, this is once. So once this event is dispatched, we need to now create a listener for other user. So public function task changed, and this is in Filament. Every page board widget we see is a livewire component. So here we will use the livewire on attribute, and this is also the livewire. This is also the livewire listener. This is how we define listener. And for echo, this is how we define. Let's also go through the documentation for better understanding. So events, listening for the events. A second, I recollect there was a good view. Yes, here. So this is how we listen to the events. So echo the channel name and the event name. There are then similar, since we are on this page already, similarly there are for private channel we have to do this, for presence channel we have to do this. Just in future we will see the private one. All right, I'll close this. Going back, task change, and this is the event name, this is the channel name, this is the event name. It's changed. So what happens when this class is called, when this method is called triggered, is basically this component, this board tries to render itself again. So it basically widget is reloaded again, refreshed again. So if we now take a look at new incognito Kanban test admin, we'll log in from user 2. Let's see if things work. So we'll refresh this. I've moved it over here, and we see that even this is moved. We'll move it from here. The black outline is the incognito one, and this one is the regular, which I was using before. So even this is moved. So the flow is happening as expected. So what if we move it from here, we are sending a message to the public channel that I have moved, and then this logs in, like when this is loading the page, it is actively listening on the public channel. Whoever is pushing a message to the public channel task change, I will keep on listening. And Livewire is smart enough to trigger a method which is responsible for rendering rendering that widget again, and that's what triggers. Basically, it loads everything from scratch. So that's why we don't have to write any logic to actually move it like that. One can argue that it is not very optimal, and they can actually obviously go to the publish the views, write the JavaScript. So there is provision. They can listen via echo and then make JavaScript changes. But as of now, I'm not doing that. I will show some JavaScript piece later. But for now, this is how the live thing is working. So far, so good.
Yep.
All right. So I need to check one more thing. Is the sorting working? No, the sort is not working. Okay. The sort is not working, so let me do current sortable. Do we have to do anything else? Order column name, order, sort creating. Oh yeah, my bad. Implement the sortable. Use the trait. Yes, my bad. I missed this. So if we go on task model, we should implement sortable, use trait, sortable trait. Now if we go over here, now it works. Refresh, and yeah, it should work. So sortable is working. And let's also verify. So let's say if I move this here, then okay. So if I move that here, even this should get moved, correct? So for that, I haven't written the code. So there is a similar to on status change, there is also on sort change. So we will take a look at task Kanban board, and on sort changed. Similarly, parent on sort change. Yep, this one. Now if we take a look, I will refresh this, and I will also refresh this. If we move this to second, we will see that this has moved to second. So the status change and sorting is completed. Now we will take a look at private channel. So for private channel,
Jigar bhai,
yes.
Like, see, you are dispatching that event, right? So, this current user will be also current user will also listen that particular event, right? I mean,
Yes.
it will refresh 2 times, right? I mean, once you are updating and other one is by the that particular event was triggered and broadcast to the same system.
Yes. Yes. That yes, it will happen. I think we can also verify that you are correct. If we, let's say, change this, yeah, the first one and the second one. For that, there is a
Uh,
method. There is a method,
broadcast to others.
broadcast to others. Yes.
So
Don't
you
broad
need to write this broadcast at place of dispatch into
this.
others. No, I don't know this will work or not, but it's generally
Maybe you should
broadcast to others.
maybe you should use the skip
Skip.
render. Yes, for the current user.
Sorry, can you repeat?
Yes, maybe you can use the skip render on task chain or sort chain.
Okay, okay. No, no. I think
Yes.
I like the uh, Punyapal's idea better. So when we dispatch, right? I will have to check the documentation. When we dispatch the event, so we can say that dispatch to everyone else, but not me. That is possible. I have read that. Let me just quickly check.
I know that, right? Just write broadcast at place of dispatch
Okay.
at place of dispatch,
Okay. Broadcast
and just now change that to others method.
like this.
This one. So
Nice.
this will not broadcast to the same system.
All right. Let's verify also. Thanks, Punyapal. Perfect. Thanks. Yes. Still happening twice. Okay, no, because if I change the status, then we'll have to do this even over here. Yeah. Next one, Nepal. Yep. All right. Then moving on to private channel. Anything else before private channel? Any doubts? How was the pace? Is it too slow?
It's clear to me.
All right. So for private channel, what I am going to do is I will create. It's not very realistic, but what I will do is I will create a button over here, which says purge completed task, and this will be allowed to only user 1 and 2. Okay, and only all this event only user 1 and 2 should be able to listen, but not user 3. That will be the end goal of this private channel. Okay, so give me some time. I will do some coding, and yeah, help me if I'm stuck. All right. So first we need to add an action over here, and let's say task Kanban board. We will do get header actions. Here we will return an array. One of the action would be actions make purge completed task. All right. That action will be task query where status equals task completed and delete. Yes. What is this error about? Hmm. Sometimes Copilot.
Refresh.
Sorry. All right, so this is the action where status task completed and it will delete. Let's see it. Purge completed is deleted. You need to know this view is not looking good. Status. No. How to change that? Okay, no, this one, not that one, but this one. Yeah, much better. So when I purge completed task, all these tasks should get deleted. So what we will do is this action should be triggered to a private channel. So only the selected, only the ones who are allowed can listen to that event. So for that, let's create a event PHP artisan make event purge completed task. Purge completed task. This should implements should broadcast, and this will be on a private channel purge task. Right now, for private channel, we need to do it like this. How above one is private channel. Similarly, we have to create a channel for this one. Purge task. Purge task, and if this user is allowed or not, we need to handle that. All right. The user can purge task. For can functionality, we will create a gate app service provider. Inside boot method, we have gates define purge task, and no, this is incorrect. You can function. So what I will do for now is so for now what I will do is in this is user return in array user email. We will hardcode it to user1@example.com and user2@example.com. All right. This looks good. Going back to channels. Yep. Purge task. Service provider. Just confirming if the name is correct. All right. Then we should now at least see the channels that it is attempting to subscribe to. Let's see. It should be success. So private task change. Okay, no, so here if we listen to only, then it comes over here. So here again, go to task Kanban board. There is our method. I will change this to refresh refresh component, then not task change, echo private to channel name, that is private purge task, and this will be purge completed task. So if you see this, yeah, we have now subscription succeeded to private purge task. So now if someone purges the task, then it should work. Let's see this one. All right, we will purge this and see if it worked for this. No.
Dispatch. You missed dispatch. Purge task.
Thanks. All right, so in the task Kanban board, in the header action, yeah, thanks. Here we have to purge completed task, broadcast to others. And this is just a demo, but like this event is event can have a lot of data. If you want to process further anything, we can do that. We can add parameters. And I'm not sure about the broadcast, but in dispatch we can. I'm assuming even broadcast accepts the parameters and it will pass to the constructor of the event. So we can do much more stuff with that. So first completed task, others. All right. So purge, and we see this is deleted. Purge, deleted. Yep. Done. So private also is done. Any questions over?
No.
Yep. All right. Thanks. Then we'll take a look at the presence channel. So the purpose of presence channel is, as the name suggests, it wants when our application wants to show the real-time count or something real-time, like number of users who are active, or it can be some logic also, but usually most common scenario is the number of users that are active. So that is where the presence channel is helpful. So what we will do is I will create a widget which will be on the top over here that will have a count, and we will see that user 1 2 3 when they log in, we will see the counts changing when their browser is open and closed, not log out log in. Even if they close the tab, the counts should change. Good. All right, so we will create a widget. PHP artisan. Is there a make filament widget to users? We want to create the custom one. We don't want to link it to any resource. Where would you like to create this? Admin panel. Active users. This is the view. Here, yep. Here we will show the count. So to show the count, we simply have to count the number of users. This users, we will have a public property over here, users, which is nothing but an array. So on so the filament, this is now a two-way binding of Livewire. Actually, filament has nothing to do with this. This is a custom widget. So what we will do is we will write some JavaScript snippet which is of echo, where we will be where we will be joining the presence channel. I have written a snippet for that. I will also try to explain, and let me know if you have any doubts. In script. Script. Okay, so when we install broadcast reverb, all the installation that it has done is it has exposed the echo for us in the window in as a global variable. So echo.js. Yep. So the window.echo is exposed for us. We can use that. So how I am listening at the Livewire component level, if we want, we can listen to it at JavaScript level anywhere, like how we are going to see right now. So just to show you guys something. So this broadcasting itself, window.echo. Hold a second. Broadcasting client side. Okay, no. Oh, my bad. Livewire listening for echo events. So here you can see that window.channel listen. Here we can use the plain JavaScript also. My bad, it is not in the documentation of broadcasting at least, but in Livewire you can do this example. All right, so we will take a look at this echo.js. This file is added inside bootstrap.js. This is the by default that comes with Laravel, and when we do broadcast install, this line is added by that command. All right, now moving back to active users, I have a snippet ready. All right, so here what they are saying is join this active users channel, which we will create soon. Active users channel, and there so we are saying that there are multiple methods exposed, but the three that we care about are the here. So here where we say that this users will have the list of users who all are active. So we are simply fetching that users and setting our public property of Livewire component. Wire set is a Livewire thing. Like if you want to access component public properties, this is the way we can access the public properties, like wire $set, wire $cat. We are utilizing that. Similarly, when a user client joins, it will append its value to the user. append its value to the user's array, existing array, and similarly while leaving, it will remove its own value from the user's array. That's it. These are the things that I've exposed. Okay. Kanban. Now we will get the widgets from here. We'll return active user class. And how does that look? Yep, currently we have 0. Then we have to create a broadcast channel active users function. One difference here is that instead of true false, we have to return the user details. User. So we can do to array, but that might expose many things. So we want to expose any specific thing. So the user array that we see over there, users array, that will have a blob of what we return over here. Make sense? Then active users done. Yes. Let's see. Yep. We see. And now 2. This has changed to 2. The black one is the incognito one. Let's get out from here. It has changed to 1 automatically without any refresh. So this is the presence channel.
$set variable $set function is going to backend.
Yes.
Then it will refresh. So I think there is a refresh update method is called 2 times. Maybe. I think in documentation it is already said.
Yes. So for that's how my understanding is that's how livewire works. So every whenever we try to make a component public variable change, it will make a API call. It will update its
No,
component.
maybe you should use it from Alpine.js, so you can't make the update request.
Yes, I agree.
So it's going to like syncing before the syncing to front end and back end to live, like
Yes.
wire model.live, like that.
Yeah. So this Alpine one, even I haven't tried it yet, but what you are saying is right. But this is like it was without like this is the only JavaScript that I have written as of now. If you notice, that is what I wanted to highlight.
Yes, I
Yeah.
saw.
Yeah. So we have seen public channel, we have seen private channel, and we have seen presence channel. One thing that I haven't demoed yet, and I haven't done that in the past, is also there is a way to also send messages to the presence channel. If I spend some time, probably I will. It should be very similar to the private channel itself. So we can also send messages to the presence channel. Just a heads up. One more thing I would like to show is for the, I think most of us are already aware, if someone is new, I think to grasp this broadcasting concept more clear, I want to do something. So what I will do is, when I create the channel even from the CLI, like no browser input. So let's say PHP artisan tinker. If I create a user from create a task from here, my it in real time everyone's board should get updated. So that's what I wanted to highlight. So it is not about browser to browser real time. So broadcasting is about from server to client end. So right now it won't work. Obviously, there are 4 items. No, hold a second. No, there are no 5 items. And if we do that, it won't work. So now what in the documentation, broadcasting documentation, there is a section called model broadcasting. So by default, our models are powerful enough to broadcast the event from the model itself. We just have to define the broadcast on in the model. So let's do that. Broadcast channel. Was it the broadcast channel? Broadcast on. Should be broadcast on. Yeah, it is broadcast on most probably. Let's see. No. Let me go through the documentation then. So there is the section called model broadcasting. Here, this is the post extends model. Okay, we have to use a trait broadcast events, and that will expose the broadcast on method. My bad. So use broadcast events, and now we can override that method broadcast on. Presentation mode is
You already defined.
thanks. All right, then it should work. So yeah, we can check we can see here that it is overridden. So now we want to broadcast on a public channel called task change. Task change. Just for information, the documentation also says that this will receive the events like separate. It will receive the string. Like if it is created, then it will receive a string created, updated, deleted, trashed, like that. So we can, based on that, we can change the channel if we want, but for now we'll keep it same, and we will, and yeah, we'll simply listen to the events in the common channel. So in over here, task Kanban board, we are on echo task change. One
And you'd like to bring
task created. So this, notice this dot. This is what Laravel does this to distinct itself, its events from rest of the events. So all the events that model triggers, it starts with dot. So dot task created, we have the event. So ideally now, if I do, hold a second, if everything is configured correctly, then I should see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I should see the seventh one now. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, something broke. Yep, it worked. It didn't have the code to broadcast. So the created is similarly we can do task updated, created, everything. So for those who don't clearly understand the concept of broadcasting, it's not only the browser to browser communication, it is from a server to client. So client subscribes to a channel, it keeps on listening to the events on the data, and server, whenever it has the data ready, it will simply send the data or the event to the channel, specific channel. There are different types of channel that we saw. That's how it is. So yeah. So if we now let's, and the presence channel is generic. So yeah, I will also see if I can log in. So what I'm doing, trying to make this 3. So user 3 at example this 2. Now the third one we have admin 3. Of course we can see 3 here, over here, but here is the 3. And yeah, if someone is wondering why we are seeing the widget in the dashboard as well, it's because of the in the admin panel provider of the Filament, it is discovering all the widgets in that directory. So that's why. So yeah, here discover widgets. Yeah, this is that's it from my end. Hope it was clear. Abbas?
Jigar, have you looked at Whisper?
Sorry?
Like Whisper from the same broadcasting?
No, I haven't used Whisper.
Yeah, it's like your two clients can communicate with each other without like server.
Two clients can communicate with each other without the server.
Yeah, like without including the server.
Yeah, yeah, possible, should be possible. So there is not even a cloud server involved.
Just a like pusher server, like or a Reverb server, not the actual Laravel application.
Yeah. So even right now, so what I have understood is Laravel Reverb is independent. You can create a plain application somewhere remotely and host a Laravel Reverb. Okay, and then it can simply expose the channels whichever required. So what you are suggesting at the end, it is some kind of a server that is uh, redirecting the traffic from one client to another if a pusher is involved. So pusher is just how Reverb is running on our machine as a WebSocket server. Pusher is nothing but a WebSocket server running on someone else's machine. That's it.
Yeah, like like Reverb will be involved, but like our Laravel application will not be involved, right? So it is like client will send message to other client directly.
Yeah, but there is a, well, how you said it in the beginning, I got a bit confused. I thought that communication is directly happening from client to client. There is no intermediary body like any server involved. So that's where I was confused. Yeah, probably possible, because how BitTorrent works, right? The DC, or if you recollect, it's peer-to-peer connection. I thought that okay, browsers have probably figured out some protocol and they are communicating with each other, and probably should be possible. But
Yeah.
if you're saying that some party is still involved in between, like Whisper, and I don't know what Whisper is. Probably some, is it alternative to Pusher?
No, nothing. No. It's like no, it's a same echo class like which you are using in JS. It has whisper method as a same as a private, public, and presence.
Hmm. I'm trying to understand how Whisper works. So is
Yeah.
it alternative to Pusher, or it's a some
No,
complete?
it is not. It's a part of it. You can say it's a part of it. Whisper is a method.
Hmm. Okay. Yeah, probably. So
Yeah, maybe we can look into it later.
no, yeah, it is related. If it is related, so it's okay. I can we can talk about it. It's fine because it is related, right? It is about sending data in real time to
Yeah.
other parties. Yeah, good to know. Thanks, Whisper. I had heard about it, but I did not read about it. So
Actually, there is a two whispers. So maybe you like heard about another one. Maybe. Yeah.
yeah, I heard about the speech one.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that one is like text to speech kind of, right?
Hmm.
That's a different one. This one is like a part of echo which we are using.
Hmm. Part of echo. Okay. Whisper, Laravel Whisper. See, so is this the package? Laravel
No,
Whisper.
it's already included into it.
Already included inside the echo, you are saying.
Yes.
Oh, I am not aware. So, all right. So does that uh, Whisper? Okay. You are talking about the method Whisper. You're talking about the method Whisper or some
Yeah,
technology?
method you said. Method.
Uh,
It's a below like second last topic of the I think broadcasting.
yes, I can see it. Okay. So can you summarize what this is about?
It is like see we can only display events from server side, right?
Hmm.
But if I want to display same event from the client side, from my JS code, we can do that via Whisper. So it is like no need to include our Laravel application to dispatch any particular server that that particular task is updated. You can directly dispatch that event from the client side, and it will be directly listened by another client without including our Laravel application.
Hmm.
That may be like useful in some cases.
Yes, definitely. The one of the use case that the documentation is providing is the typing. When someone is typing, so if we want to send that message
Yeah,
that this person is typing, then in that case, Whisper makes sense.
yeah.
Yeah, interesting. So
So like that's why I said like server is not involved.
sometimes you may wish to broadcast an event to other connected clients without hitting your application, Laravel application at all.
Yeah.
Oh, this can be
So
particularly useful for things like typing notification. Yep.
So like Reverb will be involved, but Laravel application does not.
Ah, all right. So from JS to JS communication.
You cannot say
JS,
JS to JS, but like WebSocket is still involved.
yes, JS, Reverb, and then again the browser.
So client to client.
Client to client, server client. So yeah, understood.
So
Client to
like
client.
our Laravel application will not bootstrap. Like
Interesting. Nice.
Yeah.
Good to know. I haven't gone through the complete broadcasting. I was only focusing on the demo. How was the demo, by the way?
that was good. I like
Helpful?
still at the end I was like I will say like models are also like broadcastable, and you just added that too.
Yes. Yes. It's a good thing to know, because I think that is the most common scenario where it is easy to simply broadcast the model. Yeah. So why so I have purposely kept it simple, because so that we already had a not it, we did not have a limited time, but it is already 1.5 hour. It's already 1.5 hour. So if I did more complex, uh, then things would have been more complex. Thanks, Sagar. All right. Yeah, I I I probably only practiced. I should have also spoken something. Yeah, Bas.
Hey, Jigar. No, everything went really well, Jigar. Thanks a lot.
Yep. I'm open
So,
to questions.
anyone has any questions for Jigar? And I had posted a link in the chat to fill up a form to get into the PHP Storm license giveaway contest. So anyone who is interested in getting a PHP Storm license, please fill that form. The link has been posted in the chat window. Let me post it once again. And also, we are looking for more speakers for a future meetup. So if anyone is interested in speaking, then please feel free to fill in this form. I'm posting another link. Okay. Any questions, anyone, for Jigar or for me?
I'm looking at the chats. I don't see any
Is the
echo
link
and
posted? Because I don't see the thing.
Sorry, Purnima, you were saying something?
Yeah, I didn't find the link. Is it in the group chat? I mean, the
Yeah, in the
chat
group
window,
chat.
right?
In the chat window on
Okay,
Zoom
okay.
group chat.
Probably it was just okay. Somehow I'm not able to see. Probably some issue from my end.
You're still not able to see the link?
No, no.
Must be a chat icon in the bottom menu bar.
No, I know the chat window, but somehow it doesn't show me the latest chat messages.
Okay.
All I could see is Sagar's last message. Okay. I mean, that was the last. I mean, there are a couple of ones that I could see, but after that, I'm not able to see any links. Okay. Yeah, I just got it. Probably there was some issue.
Okay.
I got the link. Got it right now. Thank you.
Fill it in quickly. I'm running the contest now.
Yeah. Just give me a minute.
Okay, I have 10 responses so far.
Okay. Yeah, I just submitted it.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so let me copy the names, put it here, and then let me share my screen quickly. Just a moment.
The session is recorded, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, let me know if you all can see the Wheel of Fortune. Everyone can see it? Okay. All the best. I have 11 names here. Let's see who wins the PHP Storm license. Best of luck. Aisha. Congratulations, Aisha.
It was close.
It was close. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, Aisha, I'll be sending you a license on your email address.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that is it then, everyone. Thanks a lot for joining in, and I'm hoping to see you all next month as well. And as I said, I'm looking for speakers for the future meetups. If you're interested in speaking, please fill in the form. I have sent the link in the group chat. Thank you once again, everyone. Have a good
Thank you.
evening. Bye-bye.
Thank you, sir.
Bye.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.